Here we are at the 2022 Maine Winter Romp. The Winter Romp is a mostly Land Rover based off-road event, although non-Land Rovers are allowed to go with the donation and sponsorship. This is my 9th Winter Romp. In 2014 I had a 1988 90 or Defender, whatever you want to call it. It was technically not a Defender yet those years. Then I bought an LR3, which evolved over the next 3 or 4 years. The first year I brought it, I did have some mechanical difficulties, and then the next year she was built up a little bit more and had some great fun. That's a friend of mine in his D2. This guy actually later went on to buy my LR3, which now lives out in Utah. Some events are just full of people. There's sometimes trail traffic jams and just a ton of unique rovers that you generally don't see every day. By now, 2017, the LR3 was quite built up. It's locked front and rear, had skids all over the place, and it was really a nice truck. It was a little bit on the heavy side, but a great truck. 2018, I had to take it real easy because I was going to Moab a couple weeks afterwards, and by 2019, although my LR3 was there, it was no longer mine. I was driving a D2. It was pretty much stock at this point, and I did suffer some damage, but nothing really that a Pringles can can't fix. So that was a good time cooking pizzas on the engine. 2020 was a lot of fun, slippery, and I pulled a lot of cable that year. My girlfriend came with me. She's now my wife. She had a lot of fun driving the D2, and it was just a lot of fun. She came with me again in 2021 with some other friends. Here we are on the ice wall. Chains are a big help on the ice wall, especially having 4 chains. My friend Chris and Mitch joined us that year, and we had a lot of fun, but we were cut a little short with some damage. Agnes wasn't so happy. We loaded up our trailers in Bedford, New Hampshire. We loaded my Discovery 2 and my friend Paul's JK Rubicon onto trailers, and we headed north. We obviously had to make a couple of stops for food and for fuel and just to check the trailers. It was an uneventful ride up. We got there some point in nighttime, we unloaded, and then we hit the trails. Yeah, we want to go that way.
Purple dog?
Purple dog. Oh, baby. Hold this, would you, David? Nice.
Hole? Sure is, with a giant rock in the middle.
Oh, I didn't see the giant rock.
Do you want me to get out and
Let's see, you want to walk around and see?
Yep.
So you can film it?
scope it out? Certainly looks deep. See if I can make my way across this. Well done, Joe.
A little more throttle.
That's all 8 horsepower.
Gonna have to give it 8.5. Come on, baby! Yeah!
Well, we'll see you tomorrow.
At some point over some of the bumps, the center diff lock had slipped into unlocked, and I didn't realize it until we were done for the night. This truck has gears and Ashcroft air lockers front and rear, and it has a factory center diff lock. It's one of the years that doesn't have the linkage, but the linkage in there is from a 1988 Range Rover Classic, so it has all the factory parts for the center diff lock, but it slips out over bumps. We had the property more or less to ourselves. We could hear some rigs off in the distance, but we didn't encounter anybody. We took this opportunity to play around on the ice wall for a bit. Then we had to change a flat tire. So Paul moved to some flatter ground. We got out the tools and everything we needed. We changed this tire, and then we headed off the trails, back towards the tow rigs. We left these trucks out there, took the tow rigs back to the hotel, had some late night pizza, and a good sleep. We woke up, got ready, had a nice breakfast, then made our way to the trails. We moved the tow rigs to some firmer ground before heading out because it was much warmer today than it was the night before. And we spent all day on the trails. Now, we had heard of a trail that no one had made it through this year, so we looked at our map and we headed that way. And it didn't look that hard at first, so I figured I'd give it a try.
Holy fuck!
After a quick pull out from Paul and reset, I did not make it. I am not as good at driving through frozen muck swamps as Paul is at throwing snowballs. After some quick acrobatics over the roof,
You got it.
we hitched me back up to Paul's Jeep, yanked it out again for another go.
Damn.
That was enough trying for that. I thought about giving it another go, but it was quite precarious from inside and my feet were getting cold. The D2 holds back the water well, but not that well.
So she doesn't seem too happy after multiple couple hours on the kick-ass trail. She keeps stalling on us. So now we're trying to beeline back towards the trailhead. You don't smell anything funny, do you?
I don't smell anything, dude. Like it's lasagna. You want to go left-ish?
Yes. This door, I don't know if it... Oh, God. You barely opened the damn thing. I don't think so. Looks like it's crushed in this corner here. I think she's due for a break. At least kill the accessories for now. Looks like the fender and hood are not so lined up anymore. I beg to differ. Steel bumper is all jacked up. The door suffered a little damage.
We're gonna give her a break. It's not necessarily the right choice. No, we'll give her a break. We'll leave that one. That one.
I wish this video could capture the smell of this thing right now. Atrocious. And that is what Joe calls trailzania. Looks delicious. All right, we gave her a 10-minute break while we were eating some trail lasagna. She still doesn't seem
She's not
too
a happy.
happy.
Trucker. Oh, that was harder than I thought.
That probably helped.
It did seem. Nope, it didn't help. It's on the floor right now. I think she might have something wrong with her. Whoa!
Do you have steering?
Yeah. I don't steer. I don't have blockers. Not on the trail I want to be on. But we. Oh no, we are. We're doing good. Wait, I think I want to go this way. Right?
Yes, that seems about right to me. It's a huge rock.
Yeah, we did that nicely. This looks like the way to go because everyone's been this way.
Not so sure about that. I don't think we've been on this trail today, have we?
We have, no. But that's Sticky Road.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of a boot fest between us today.
Very soupy. What the hell was that? Did you just shut off your compressor?
I thought that was Sticky Road. Yeah, that's Sticky Road.
This is, yeah.
We did it.
We're hanging a left here?
Hang on the right to get to the trail. Three of them are the three amigos. I only really have two on.
The other three don't count?
No, they don't count.
Okay.
Here's the mighty Tundra.
We got back to the lot, loaded up the rigs, got in the pickup trucks, and headed off to the car wash.